What's up, guys? This is Ricky from Team Project Attraction, here to give you elite dating and lifestyle training advice. I'm going to be real quick because my battery's about to die on my camera, but I want to give you 5 techniques that you can use out to be more flirty. So point number 1 is my reverse flirting method. Super simple. It's basically anything that attracts you to the girl that you would like, you actually use it as the opposite. So, it can be as simple as, if you really like the girl, telling her you hate her. Be like, oh, you're the worst, actually kind of like pushing her away a bit. Also just making things like, oh, that's why we would never work. Oh, really, you do that? Oh, just kind of playing with her and teasing with her with this. And the key thing we'll talk about later is your face, like what you do with as far as a smile and whatnot really works effectively. Point number 2 is going 3 deep. Deep penetration with your questions. So what you want to do is, a lot of people when they're having conversations, it's very surface level. It's like the brass tacks, like, oh, what do you do? Do this. And it's just, they want to know the generals. But if you can take one of those and then just go deeper with it, like even what do you do? And you ask them what they do. It's like, well, why did you choose that? Are you passionate about that? And if you go deeper in, this is actually establishing rapport now. And the great thing about that too is people love talking about themselves. They rarely get the chance to be heard. And so if you allow them, if you listen and you allow them to express themselves, they feel this deep connection for you and they feel closer to you. And I've gotten lots of people just in a social network as far as like making friends and girls into me simply by just listening. You just ask them a question and you just take interest. And the fact that you're asking deeper questions that apply to what they just said, you take what they said and you ask a question based off of that, it shows them that you're listening. And it's all about you. And people love attention and love talking about themselves, so it makes that deep connection. Point number 3 that I like to do is using eye contact from across the room. So now what I do with this, kind of with the other thing like reverse flirting, where a lot of people, they would make eye contact and do something sexual. I do the opposite. I immediately push the girl away, where I'll look at her and we make eye contact. I'm like, nope, like you can't have this. Like that's basically my thing. It's like, I'm the prize, you can't have this. And just by doing that, and then if she's like, what? Then I'm like, go away. Like I'll go away. And then usually what I do too is I'm like, I'm just kidding, come here. And then she'll usually be flirting back with me and be like, no, you come here. And it's like this little battle back and forth, right? They're like, no, you come here, you come here. And I'm like, okay, and I wave my hand, bye, and I'll turn my back. And I've had girls like walk up to me, just like from across the room, walk up to me, just from pure interest. So like, who is this guy? Why is he doing this? I have to meet him. They'll come up to me and be like, what did you want? And I'm like, hey, like, what's your name? What's up? And just by that alone, it like took a girl and like, just with my eyes, got her to come all the way across the room to meet me. So try that out. Point number 4 is use specific compliments. So again, with like the 3 questions deep, you can even do this if you're observing the person, or maybe if you're talking to them and they say something about them, like accomplishments or whatnot. I listen, I take interest. I don't immediately show my reactions right then. If they're like, I just bought a boat today, I'm just like, cool, okay. But later, like, after I've heard them for a bit, I'll talk about stuff and I'll say, I admire, and I'll really think about what they say. I'm like, you know what I admire about you? Whenever you say that to someone, you immediately have their attention. And then I'll say something, like I'll kind of regurgitate something they have said and what I liked about it. And that again makes them feel good. The point here is not to be needy. It's not like I'm saying that to get a compliment back. It's actually to give and actually, flirt with the person, give them flattery, and that makes them build a strong connection to you. So I'm giving them, flattery to build that strong connection. And then point number 5 is to remember the power of your eyes and your smile. So before I have a video out actually talking about the opposite, how smiles is a weakness. But I always give smiles in doses and control, meaning I'm not always like a puppy dog, like this, but more like this. And then if they say something, it's smiling. Or if I say something, I smile, because it's what I'm saying is enjoyable to me. And usually when I say something and I smile at it, that's like cueing to them that, oh, it's funny, because we're always pinging off people to look for social cues. So usually when I say something a little bit cheeky or a little bit maybe off the wall or a little bit bold, you know, or a little bit more sexual, I say it with a smile, direct my eyes at them, and they'll be like, how should I react to this? They'll see it, they're like, oh, he's joking, and they'll start laughing. So remember to use your eyes as social cues to lead them along as well. You know, you can guide them with your eyes. You can even make the whole conversation sexual, even though you're not talking about sex, simply by using your eyes. And try this. I challenge you this week to go out and try just practicing without saying anything, using your eyes to get attention from people, you know, to flirt with a girl, you know, just be like, you know, wink at her, move your eyes around, and just see how much control you can get socially just by, you know, using your eyes. You know, even in conversation, don't worry about what you're saying, but use your eyes to direct the conversation. Like, no, or like, look away, or wink, or like look intently, and just see what effect that has with the conversation. And then the same thing with the smile, you know, like control your smile. Like, learn when not to give it, and then give it out when you're saying something, and notice how much of an effect that has, rather than just saying things like this and be like, yes, this is Ricky from Project Attraction. I'm like, what's up? This is Ricky from Project Attraction. It's like what I'm saying is a good thing. So try that out, let me know what you think, and leave your comments down below. Peace.